Hi again. Day 3. We're on day 3. And yesterday, if you watched yesterday's video, I promised you that we were going to talk about something a bit more in depth that is going on in the world right now. And the reason I didn't want to talk about it yesterday was because I wanted to give it a bit more thought, which I've barely done because I've been so busy today. But it is, well, you've guessed it from the thumbnail already, obviously. It's Andrew Tate's arrest. What's that got to do with meditation? You're thinking. Well, I'll tell you what it's got to do with meditation. Because the question is, if Andrew Tate had meditated, or if he was meditating like early on in his life, before he made the decision to be a webcam pimp, he's not a pimp, I don't think, but you know what I mean. If before he made the decision to encourage girls to work for him in the webcam business, which is what's got him in this mess, isn't it, in the first place, then would he have still done it if he was meditating? That's the question. And obviously nobody knows the answer to that, except Andrew Tate himself, maybe. But it's a funny question to ask, because when you meditate, you realize that the things that you desire and you chase, it's all about chasing the next high, chasing material possessions, chasing money. You start to realize that those things aren't really that important anymore, and you can still go after them, you can still want them and take action to get them, but that need, that's the word, the need, that goes away. And I remember watching a video about Andrew Tate when he was younger, and he seen a guy with a nice car, and I think he was with 2 friends or something, and he was saying to the friends, "Oh, don't you want a car like that? I really want a car like that." And they weren't that bothered, but he was like, "I have to have it. I have to have it." Anytime you say to yourself, "I have to have something," then you're suffering. You're not happy, and that cup can never be filled, because no matter how much you want something, even if you get it, there's always going to be something else, isn't there? It's like you can never have everything you ever want in life. Even the people that achieve great things, people from history who became dictators and had extreme power over people, they could never kind of control everybody. And it's the same with the things that you want. You can't ever have everything you want. It's never going to happen. So you're always going to be in a bit of a suffering state. Well, meditation takes that away, and it brings you to a level of peace with yourself and what you have in life. And ironically, it also makes it easier to go after the things that you want, because we'll probably get into this in another video, but it kind of frees up space in your mind. You become better at problem solving and seeing opportunities, and because you're not getting distracted by all these thoughts that go on in your head constantly. So yeah, would Andrew Tate still be doing what he's doing and got himself in this mess if he'd been meditating? Maybe he wouldn't have chased the things that he wanted so bad and created a business to make as much money as he could if he'd been meditating. Maybe he'd have been a bit more content with the things he had. Maybe he would have still done everything he's done. Hard to say, but I thought I'd share that with you because I thought it was quite an interesting point of view. And if there's people out there that are chasing money and all these other dirty highs, then I would encourage you to meditate, because especially if you're not even aware of the fact that you're doing it. If I'm saying this and you're thinking to yourself, I really want this, then you should be meditating, because it's not a good place to be mentally. You're, like I said earlier, you're kind of in a bit of a state of suffering. And if you're not sure if meditation is good for you, then there's only one way to find out, is to do it. Speaking of all of this meditation, day 3 for me has been pretty much the same as yesterday. I didn't achieve any like great levels of presence or anything like that. Um, I did feel relaxed. Did feel that relaxed state of mind that I mentioned in yesterday's video. Uh, yeah, just a nice feeling. But the thoughts kept coming, which they will, because it's early days. And I know from previous experience that it takes time before you reach that ability to kind of like flip and just switch off those thoughts very easily. Um, I'll tell you what did happen though. I was putting some fuel in my car. I was at the petrol station, and when I got out the car to take the cap thing off, I smelt the petrol. Like you could smell it in the forecourt, and I quite like the smell of petrol actually. And but I really noticed it. I mean, obviously petrol's quite a strong smell, and you notice it anyway. But this was like it's like I became conscious of the fact that I was conscious of noticing it. So I was conscious of the fact that I was conscious, which made me realise that I'm becoming more conscious. Try saying that after a few beers. But it was a really it was a noticeable part of my day, and it just made me realise that is the first little sign that meditation is starting to do something. Let me know if anybody is meditating out there and you've starting to get any little noticeable changes. I guarantee that if you do meditation and you consistently do it every day, it will change you, and 100% it will change you for the better. All right, I'll get back to you again soon with some more meditation updates. Hope you like this one. See you next time.